Mayor Palazzolo.
Yes.
And the minutes are approved. We have copies of the agenda if anyone would like it. We do have a couple of modifications to the agenda, and we will be talking about moving the two items that we're going to review tonight to the consent agenda. Okay, we are moving items 5, what is this, 5B becomes 4A. 5A becomes, 5B becomes 4A, and 5C becomes 4B. And in the consent agenda, at the executive session this evening, the following items were placed on the consent agenda by the Planning Commission. As we said, 5A and 5B becomes 4A and 4B. As part of the consent agenda, these items will not be presented, discussed, or voted upon individually. If you would like to have either of these items discussed before the Planning Commission this evening, please come forward at this time. Again, these two items have been placed on the consent agenda and will be voted upon as one motion and will not be discussed individually unless someone in the commission or in the audience comes forward to remove that item from the consent agenda. Does anyone interested in these matters wish to be heard? Seeing no one come forward, I would like to note that all matters concerning the consent agenda, the vote of each member of the Planning Commission will constitute an acknowledgement that the member has read the application or proposal, the staff reports, and the subcommittee reports. I am prepared for a motion for approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I would like to note that we did have on the agenda tonight one item that was withdrawn, and this item will not be heard tonight and is not part of the consent agenda. This was item 5A, so let that be noted, please. We have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Mr. Bacon?
Yes.
Ms. Hicks?
Yes.
Mr. Saunders?
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Mr. Marsh?
Yes.
Alderman Owens?
Yes.
Chairman Harless?
Yes.
Mayor Palazzolo.
Yes.
And the two items on consent are approved. That concludes the meeting portion other than upgrade our commission reports, liaison reports. So if we could start with Commissioner Sanders and work our way around.
The Economic Development Commission met this past Thursday. Not very many items were discussed that were new. It's taken up some of the items, looking at how we can better sell the city to the possibly new commercial citizens coming in, and also citizens that might be moving here to help the city and them to come together and understand what the city has to offer. I think the I can't even think what it is now. They've gone and put an ad in their magazine, which also be national, and it is bringing a lot of emphasis to Germantown as being a place to not only visit but to live. So it's that's being moved forward. Chamber of Commerce. That's what I was thinking about. I'm sorry. It happens when you get old, Chairman.
I understand. Thank you for the report. George?
The tree board met on Tuesday, February 12th, 2019, and there were no significant action items to bring forward to the Planning Commission, either for information or otherwise.
Thank you. Alderman?
Yes, thanks, Mr. Chairman. I may have reported about this last time. I can't remember since we met, but the Board of Mayor and Aldermen did meet on the 8th of April, and related to at least this planning commission, we reviewed and approved on third and final reading the subdivision ordinance amendments as well as the tree ordinance amendments. And we also approved a contract for the Western Gateway sanitary sewer system.
Thank you. Commissioner
No
Bacon?
report.
No report. The BZA meeting for the month of May has been canceled, and the quarterly IDB meeting scheduled in May will be held next week. And that's all I have. Mayor?
I have nothing to report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Commissioner Marsh?
The Environmental Committee did not meet in April. We had a successful Amnesty Dumpster Day on the 27th of April, and we will meet next this Thursday.
Thank you. Commissioner Hicks?
The Bicycle and Pedestrian Safety Commission has not met since we did, but it meets tomorrow.
Good, good. Is there anything else to be brought before the Planning Commission tonight? If not, we stand adjourned. Thank you very much.